Yeah. So I'm all about empowering entrepreneurs, but especially mums, how to do this and especially women, because I think women have a particular mindset about caring for their family, and it's really hard to switch off from that and then be an entrepreneur. And the reality is I am both. I am a mum and I am an entrepreneur as well. Like, as we're recording this, I've got my kid being looked after by a babysitter and another one's down the beach doing something with his grandparents. And like, so yeah, life moves on and we are busy. So it's really about setting up yourself or your family or your business to achieve passive income. So income.
A Kangaroo Fern production.
Welcome
to Gorilla Podcast, Fresheyes,
the beat that makes you feel good.
a weekly podcast that features interviews with social change leaders or individuals that aims to bring audiences good stories to motivate their own social impact efforts. Now, here's your host.
Good day, Humanista. This is welcome to Gorilla Podcast Fresheyes. For this episode, we'll be discussing about digital marketing and social media for your business. So our guest for today she is a super mom.
That's right.
To her two kids, an MBA degree in marketing and IT to her belt, and started a call center consulting business in 2004. Worked for some Australian leading blue chips firm as a strategic marketing consultant. And in 2012, her fitness business had hit over 100K in profit for the first year.
That's right.
Please welcome, is that how you spell?
Danielle Arcott.
Arcott. Yeah,
That's
Danielle
it.
Arcott of Social Media Super Mom.
Thanks so much.
How are you today?
I'm
Welcome
really
to the
good.
show.
Oh, thanks so much. And thanks so much for your awesome blurb there. It makes me sound amazing. So, no, it's really nice to hear that. And it's always great to reflect on what we have actually done and achieved. So, yeah, thank you. It's great to be here.
So let's talk about yourself first.
Okay.
On your early days, are you already thinking on your mind that you're going to build a successful business?
Actually, no. I didn't think that business was going to be what I got into. So I was one of those students at high school that did okay in most subjects. Mm-hmm. And when my parents said to me, "What are you going to study at university?" because it was kind of an expectation from them, I said, well, I opened the handbook and I looked through all the subjects, and really the only subjects I liked was English was the first, languages. So I loved French and Italian, and theatre studies and drama. So that's what I ended up studying, was a Bachelor of Arts. And in my second year, I transferred to a languages degree and studied French. So people think from there, well, okay, how did you get from being a languages graduate to then business? So I graduated and I couldn't be employed as a languages graduate because I didn't want to be a translator. I did study overseas and travel, which was an awesome experience, but I came back to Australia and I had no real concrete skills that made me employable. As we like to say back then, if you were an arts graduate in that era, you were basically unemployable. So I actually moved to Newcastle and I got a job there in a call center on the phones selling health insurance. So that was my first job. And I soon realized that I had a real knack for customer resolution and for helping customers, and I loved that. And also for numbers, as in analytics. So that's how I started my customer journey. And what I realized is the power of the customer and how important they are. So from there, I was really lucky to have different, experiences. I worked in the analytics team. I worked in the performance team. I worked in the recruitment team, and eventually got headhunted for the Sydney Olympics call center to recruit. Yeah, so I started recruiting for all of the Sydney Olympics call centers, and then also for the Docs Kids Helpline and a bunch of other projects, and started my career in recruitment, of all things. And the thing I loved about recruitment was the people. So you get to meet new people, find out about their skill sets, what they're good at, what they're not so good at. And from there, I decided that I was really getting to the top of the tree of what I could be doing. So I decided to go back to university and study business, because now I'd been working in business for a while. I could see the gaps of what I didn't have And hence I went and did my MBA in marketing and IT because I was very interested in analytics. At that stage, I was working as a business analyst. So yeah, it's been a crazy ride from one thing to another. And while working as an analyst, so I sort of worked my way up the chain with that and ended up at ChooksSA working as one of their stockbroking analysts. So a big stretch from analyst to digital marketing. However, looking back, I think I always had the two skill sets that digital marketing really needs. The first thing was really understanding the customer journey, and I learned that very early in my career. My first job and the first few jobs I had working in call centers, you have to understand that customer innately, and that's so important in marketing. And the second thing was the analytics, understanding the numbers, being able to run the numbers, being able to understand the metrics of how are campaigns performing, or how is your Facebook ad going, or what is your profit and loss. All of those metrics also were really helpful. So I ended up with financials, and then the marketing, understanding the customer journey, and then on the other side, the IT of actually being able to build out systems. So big stretch, but from one to the other. So I think skills are definitely transferable in your life.
So what is digital marketing? So for people who is not known about,
Yeah, sure.
what is the layman term of digital marketing,
Right.
especially for some of the business today? So some business owner doesn't, if they say digital marketing, they're very afraid to, what is that?
Yeah, exactly.
How this going to be helped?
Yeah, so when it comes to marketing, we know that marketing generally as a term means putting our business name out there and then getting customers. So ultimately, marketing is a tool to generate leads to your business. The only difference between digital marketing, or as we also call it, online marketing, so you could be called it digital marketing or online marketing, is that we are doing that process online. So with web systems, with your website, with social media, with other sales funnels and other tools that we use. So there's really no difference, yeah? The key thing is in digital marketing, and the main difference I see is that you can really measure the results a lot more effectively, yeah? When you're doing return on investment for things like a signpost, let's say on the highway, it's really hard to know exactly how many people drove past the signpost, looked at the signpost, responded to the signpost. So yeah, digital marketing is a little bit different because we can more effectively see the measurement, the return on investment from what people are spending on their marketing.